swollen ankles that puff up by evening, tingling in your feet when you sit too long, cold toes, even when the room feels warm. If you're over 60, it's easy to brush this off as just aging, but your body may be trying to tell you something more specific. One of the reasons my circulation is struggling is that I'm running low on collagen. Collagen isn't just about wrinkles or looking younger. It's the internal framework that holds your body together. It helps keep blood vessels firm so blood can actually reach your legs. It cushions your joints so walking doesn't feel like bone on bone. It helps keep fluid where it belongs, instead of pooling in your ankles and calves. As collagen slowly breaks down with age, veins weaken, tissues lose their firmness, fluid leaks where it shouldn't, and swelling begins. That's when you start to notice shoes feeling tight by the end of the day, ankles that don't look like they used to, a heavy, stiff feeling when you stand up. Here's the part that often gets overlooked. Your body can't turn back time, but it can be given the raw materials to support collagen again. And that support starts with what's on your plate. In this video, I'm going to show you specific collagen-supporting foods that can help. Calm, stubborn swelling. Support healthier blood flow to your legs and bring back that light, steady feeling when you walk. These are not expensive supplements. They're not trendy powders. They're real, everyday foods you can find in almost any grocery store, including one that many seniors have avoided for years, even though it may be one of the most powerful for circulation and joint comfort. So stay with me until the end, because I'll also show you how to combine and prepare these foods so your body can actually use them to support collagen, improve circulation, and reduce swelling naturally, safely, and starting with your very next meal. At number 5, we're starting with a food that almost nobody thinks of when they hear the word collagen: bell peppers. They don't look powerful. They're not expensive. They're not marketed as a superfood. And yet, for collagen support, circulation, and swelling, they quietly do a job that many supplements fail to do. Because here's something most people never realize. Your body cannot properly build collagen without vitamin C. You could eat the best protein on earth. You could drink bone broth every day. But without enough vitamin C, collagen production slows, vessel strength drops, and circulation can begin to suffer. That's where bell peppers come in. Bell peppers, especially red and yellow ones, are loaded with vitamin C. In fact, ounce for ounce, many of them contain more vitamin C than oranges. And vitamin C is not just an immune vitamin. It's the trigger switch that transforms raw amino acids into real functional collagen inside your blood vessels, joints, and connective tissue. Without it, collagen stays weak. With it, collagen becomes resilient. Now think about what that means for your legs. Your blood vessels depend on collagen for strength. Your veins rely on collagen to stay firm instead of sagging. Your smallest capillaries need collagen so oxygen can actually reach your muscles. As these structures weaken with age, that's when you begin to notice cold feet, heavy calves, swelling around the ankles, and that tight, uncomfortable feeling after sitting too long. Bell peppers don't add collagen directly. They activate your body's ability to build it properly. That's why seniors who consistently add vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers often notice better warmth in the feet, less evening puffiness, less pressure in the lower legs. There's something else bell peppers quietly help with, and this part is rarely explained clearly. They also help support nitric oxide, the natural signaling molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open. When blood vessels open, blood flows more freely, pressure inside the veins drops, trapped fluid drains more easily, and your legs feel lighter instead of tight. So bell peppers help from two directions at once. They strengthen collagen, they support blood vessel relaxation. That combination is exactly what aging legs struggle with most. Now here's an important preparation detail many people get wrong. Overcooking bell peppers destroys vitamin C. If you fry them harshly or boil them into much of the collagen activating power is lost. The best ways to eat them: raw in salads, lightly sautéed for 1 to 2 minutes, or gently roasted without burning. Another smart move is pairing bell peppers with collagen-rich foods such as eggs, chicken, sardines, or bone broth. This creates a collagen-building team inside your body. Protein provides the raw building blocks. Bell peppers provide the activation signal. Now let's talk real life for a moment. For many seniors, swelling and poor circulation aren't just physical problems. They change how you live. You start planning your day around how long your legs will last. You hesitate before standing up. You avoid longer walks. You dread the feeling of tight shoes by evening. When circulation improves, even slightly, something powerful happens emotionally. You feel lighter. You feel more confident. You feel less trapped inside your own body. Bell peppers won't transform you overnight. But what they do, quietly and consistently, is remove one of the biggest roadblocks to collagen repair and circulation support: vitamin C deficiency. That's why they earn the number 5 spot on this list. Not because they're dramatic, but because they turn the entire collagen system back on. And as we move up this countdown, the foods become more concentrated, more direct, and more powerful in how they rebuild your legs from the inside out. At number 4, we move from a collagen activator to a food that actually delivers both collagen support and circulation support in one small package. Sardines. Most people ignore them. Some people dislike the smell. Others think they're an old-fashioned food. But for aging legs, swelling, and weak circulation, sardines are one of the most underrated power foods in the grocery store. Here's what makes sardines different from most other fish. You eat them whole. That means you're not just eating muscle meat. You're also getting skin, tiny soft bones, connective tissue, and that's exactly where collagen begins in real food. Sardines don't deliver finished collagen types directly. What they do is far more important. They supply the amino acids your body uses to rebuild. Type 1 collagen for skin and joints. Type 3 collagen for blood vessels. Type 3 collagen is especially important for circulation. It helps keep veins and arteries flexible, springy, and properly supported. As collagen weakens with age, blood doesn't move as smoothly through the lower legs. Pressure builds. Fluid leaks into surrounding tissue. Swelling increases. That's when you begin to notice ankles puffing up, feet feeling tight in shoes, legs getting heavy after walking, a dull, aching pressure by evening. Sardines help from the structural side, not just the symptom side. They quietly support blood vessel walls, oxygen delivery to the legs, and proper fluid movement back toward the heart. There's another reason sardines matter for circulation, and it has nothing to do with collagen. They're naturally rich in omega-3 fats. Omega-3s help calm low-grade inflammation, support healthy blood flow, and reduce unnecessary thickening of the blood. When blood flows more freely and vessels stay flexible, swelling becomes much harder for the body to maintain. That's why many seniors who begin eating sardines a few times per week start to notice warmer feet, less evening ankle swelling, fewer nighttime leg cramps. Another hidden advantage of sardines is the calcium and mineral content in a form your body can actually use. Those tiny bones may look strange, but they're soft and loaded with minerals that support muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and proper fluid balance. Weak mineral status can slow circulation and worsen cramping. Now here's the mistake many people make with sardines. They buy the wrong type. Sardines packed in, cheap seed oils, heavy sauces, or excessive salt can quietly work against circulation instead of helping it. The best choice is simple. Sardines packed in olive oil or water, with skin and bones intact, and with minimal added salt. Here's how to make them enjoyable, even if you think you hate fish. Add lemon juice to soften the smell and boost mineral use. Mix with cucumber, onion, and olive oil. Spread on whole grain toast, or stir into warm, tomato-based dishes. Many seniors who once said, "I could never eat sardines," later admit, "Once I learned how to prepare them, my legs started feeling different, and I kept going." There's also something important happening quietly when you eat sardines regularly. You're feeding your blood vessels, your nervous system, and your muscle fibers, not with stimulants, but with structural nutrition. the kind that builds instead of just masking symptoms. Now let's bring this back to real life. Poor circulation doesn't just make your legs swell, it makes you cautious. You walk slower, you sit more often, you hesitate before stairs. As circulation improves, even gradually, something shifts. You begin to trust your legs again. Not because everything suddenly feels young, but because your body starts cooperating instead of resisting you. That's what sardines quietly support. They don't shout. They don't promise miracles. They rebuild the framework that lets healing actually happen. That's why sardines earn the number 4 spot on this list. They work deeper than symptoms and prepare your body for the even more direct collagen rebuilders coming next. At number 3, we reach one of the most misunderstood foods in modern nutrition: egg yolks. For decades, seniors were warned, throw away the yolk. It's bad for your heart. It will clog your arteries. So people kept the whites and quietly discarded one of the most powerful collagen-supporting foods on the plate. Here's what changed that belief. Egg yolks are rich in 2 of the main amino acids your body relies on to rebuild collagen: glycine, proline. These are critical building blocks your body stacks together to form collagen fibers inside. Joints, tendons, ligaments, blood vessel walls, and the connective tissue in your legs. Without enough of these raw materials, collagen production slows, even if you're eating plenty of protein. Now think about what that means for circulation and swelling. Your blood vessels rely on collagen for structure. Your veins depend on collagen to stay firm instead of sagging. Your joints need collagen to stay cushioned instead of grinding. When collagen support drops, many seniors begin to notice morning joint stiffness, heavy, tired legs, swelling that lingers longer than it used to. Egg yolks don't flood your body with collagen. What they do is more important. They supply the raw materials your body uses to make its own collagen again. There's another reason egg yolks matter so much for circulation. They're rich in choline. Choline supports nerve signaling, muscle coordination, healthy blood flow regulation. When nerve signals weaken with age, legs can feel unsteady, heavy, or slow to respond. That's one reason many seniors who bring egg yolks back into their routine report better morning energy, stronger feeling legs, less dead weight sensation when standing up. Now here's the preparation mistake that quietly ruins the benefit for many people. Overcooking egg yolks damages the very amino acids you're trying to get. If yolks are cooked until they're dry, hard, and gray around the edges, the collagen building advantage drops. Best preparation methods: soft-boiled, poached, lightly scrambled on low heat, or sunny side up with a gently runny center. This preserves glycine, proline, and choline in their most usable form. Here's another powerful pairing most people never think about: egg yolks plus vitamin C. Vitamin C is required to convert proline into the form your body actually uses inside collagen fibers. So when you pair eggs with bell peppers, tomatoes, spinach, or citrus, you activate collagen building from 2 directions at once: raw materials and the conversion trigger. Now let's talk real life again. For many seniors, the issue isn't just pain, it's the loss of trust in their body. They used to stand up without thinking. They used to walk without planning every step. They didn't worry about swelling showing up halfway through the day. When collagen support improves, even gradually, something subtle but powerful happens. You don't feel young, you feel stable, you feel supported, you feel like your legs are finally working with you again instead of against you. Egg yolks help rebuild that foundation quietly, day by day. Now let's address the fear that still stops many seniors from eating them: cholesterol. For most people, the cholesterol you eat doesn't raise blood cholesterol the way it was once believed. In fact, for many older adults, avoiding nutrient-dense foods like egg yolks can quietly create more weakness, not less. Of course, moderation still matters. For most seniors, 1 to 2 whole eggs a day, or 3 to 4 times per week, is enough to support collagen supply without excess. Simple, affordable, powerful. That's why egg yolks earn the number 3 spot on this list. They don't just support collagen, they teach your body how to build it again. At number 2, We reach a food almost everyone removes without a second thought. Chicken skin. Most people peel it off instantly. Some throw it away out of habit. Others avoid it out of fear. But what many seniors don't realize is this. Chicken skin, in the stock made from it, is one of the richest natural sources of collagen-supporting material you can include in your diet. Not supplements, not powders, real food. And as your body ages, this kind of direct structural nutrition becomes more important than ever. Here's why. One of the main types of collagen that declines after 60 is the same type that supports skin firmness, joint cushioning, tendons and ligaments, and the connective tissue that stabilizes your legs. As this collagen declines, many seniors begin to notice thinning, fragile skin, knees that feel unstable, a loose feeling in the joints, swelling that appears more easily and fades more slowly. Chicken skin doesn't deliver finished collagen directly into your joints. What it does, and what matters most, is this. It supplies concentrated collagen peptides, gelatin, and amino acids your body uses to support rebuilding connective tissue from the inside. There's another quiet reason chicken skin matters for swelling and circulation. It contains compounds that support tissue hydration and resilience, helping tissues stay firm instead of brittle. When tissues stay internally supported, fluid is less likely to leak into the ankles and calves. That's how structure and swelling are connected. Now here's where most people accidentally destroy the benefit. Deep frying. High heat turns healthy fats and delicate collagen structures into inflammatory compounds that can irritate joints, stress blood vessels, and work against healthy circulation. The best ways to use chicken skin: bake at a moderate temperature, slow roast, or simmer gently in broth. And this leads us to the form most seniors tolerate far better than eating skin directly. Chicken stock. When you simmer chicken with the skin on, especially joints, wings, backs, and cartilage, something powerful happens. The collagen slowly dissolves into the liquid as gelatin, amino acids, and connective tissue support compounds. Now you're no longer chewing collagen, you're sipping it. This is why chicken stock has been used for generations as a comfort food during recovery. It doesn't just soothe, it supports rebuilding. Many seniors who drink a small cup of warm chicken stock regularly begin to notice less knee stiffness in the morning, a warmer feeling in the lower legs, less tightness around the ankles, and better tolerance for walking, not overnight, but steadily and safely. There's also a circulation angle most people never connect to chicken stock. The amino acids in gelatin help support blood vessel flexibility, nerve signaling, and muscle relaxation. When nerves fire more cleanly and vessels stay flexible, fluid moves more efficiently instead of pooling. Now here's the preparation detail that decides whether chicken stock helps or harms. Many store-bought stocks contain excess sodium, flavor enhancers, preservatives. Too much sodium pulls fluid into tissues, the opposite of what you want for swelling. The better option is simple homemade stock. Use skin-on chicken parts, add joints, wings, and bones. Cover with water, add a splash of apple cider vinegar. Simmer gently for 4 to 8 hours, or use a slow cooker overnight for convenience. When it cools in the fridge, it should jiggle. That wobble tells you it's rich in gelatin and collagen-supporting compounds. You can sip it warm in the morning, use it as a soup base, or freeze it in small cubes and drop it into daily meals for an invisible collagen boost. Now let's talk real life again. For many seniors, leg weakness doesn't arrive all at once. It arrives in tiny permissions. You stop kneeling, you hesitate on stairs, you avoid uneven ground. You sit down more often than you used to, and slowly, movement becomes something you plan around instead of trust. When internal support improves, even slightly, something changes. You don't move faster. You move with less fear. Chicken skin and chicken stock support that internal strength quietly, from the inside out. They don't numb problems. They support the rebuilding of the tissue those problems come from. That's why this food earns the #2 spot. It's not trendy, it's not glamorous, but it directly feeds the structures that keep your legs firm, supported, and steady. And at number one, we go one step further. From supporting collagen building blocks to delivering the most concentrated natural collagen source available in food. At number one, we arrive at the food that sits at the very foundation of this entire list. Not trendy, not flashy, not new. Bone broth. This is the food your grandparents trusted, long before supplements, powders, and miracle pills ever existed. And today, modern science is finally catching up to what the body has always known. When prepared properly, bone broth is one of the most concentrated natural sources of collagen-supporting nutrition you can drink. Not just a single nutrient, but a full connective tissue support system in liquid form. Inside real collagen-rich bone broth, you'll find gelatin, glycine, proline, natural joint support compounds, and minerals that support circulation and nerve signaling. These don't act alone. They work together to support joint cushioning, blood vessel integrity, muscle recovery, and the delicate tissues in your lower legs that help regulate swelling. This is why bone broth feels different from everything else on the list. Other foods contribute pieces to collagen production. Bone broth delivers the entire rebuilding environment at once. Now think about what that means for your legs. As collagen and connective tissue weaken with age, the body starts to lose structural support in the joints, stability in blood vessel walls, and the ability to move fluid efficiently out of the lower legs. That's when you begin to notice morning stiffness that doesn't fade easily, ankles that puff up faster, legs that feel heavy after short walks, and a deeper sense that your body just isn't holding itself up the way it used to. Bone broth doesn't numb these signals. It supports your body at the structural level where those signals begin. Some seniors who make bone broth part of their weekly routine report easier movement in the morning, less pressure in the knees and calves, better tolerance for walking, and a warmer, lighter feeling in the lower legs, not instantly but steadily, safely, and in a way that feels natural, not forced. There's also a nervous system angle to bone broth that most people never hear about. The amino acids in gelatin help support calm nerve signaling, better muscle coordination, and smoother communication between the brain and the feet. That's why some older adults notice fewer missteps, less tingling, and more grounded walking over time. Bone broth supports not just structure, but control. Now here's the detail that determines whether bone broth actually helps or quietly fails. How it's made. Store-bought versions often look convenient, but many are boiled too quickly, low in real collagen, loaded with sodium, and stripped of the very compounds that make bone broth powerful. True collagen-rich bone broth must be made slow and gentle. Use grass-fed beef bones or free-range chicken carcasses. Include joints, cartilage, and connective tissue. Cover with water. Add a splash of apple cider vinegar. Simmer gently for 12 to 24 hours. Or use a slow cooker overnight. When it cools in the refrigerator, it should turn into a soft gel. That gel is your proof. You extracted real collagen, not just flavored water. You don't need large amounts. A small warm cup in the morning, or a few times per week in soups and stews, is enough to quietly support rebuilding. Now let's bring this back to real life. For many seniors, the hardest part of aging isn't pain. It's the loss of trust. You don't trust your knees on stairs the way you used to. You don't trust uneven ground. You don't trust sudden movements. You calculate before you move. When the body begins to regain internal support, even a little, something changes emotionally. You stop bracing as much. You stand with less hesitation. You move with less fear. Bone broth doesn't promise youth. It supports confidence from the inside out. That's why it stands at number one. Not because it's dramatic, but because it quietly does the deepest job of all. It supports the environment your body needs to rebuild connective tissue, to stabilize circulation, and to give your legs a stronger foundation again. If your legs have felt heavy, if swelling has slowed you down, or if you've quietly stopped trusting your steps the way you once did. I want you to remember this. You're not broken. Your body isn't done. It may just be missing the support it needs to rebuild from the inside out. You don't need to change everything at once. You don't need extreme diets. You don't need expensive supplements. Just one small food change at a time can start shifting how your legs feel, how steady you walk, and how confidently you move through your day. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of today's foods surprised you the most? And which one will you try first? Leave it in the comments. Your answer might be the encouragement someone else needs to take their first step forward. If this video helped you even a little, tap the like button. It helps us reach more seniors who are quietly struggling with their legs. And if you want to keep learning simple, natural ways to support your joints, circulation, and independence, subscribe and stay with us. This channel isn't about fear, it's about comebacks.